Hey, Corey.
How's it going?
I'm all right. How are you, man?
I'm doing well.
All right. So, Corey, you're a trumpet at the academy. Is that right?
That is correct.
Excellent. And so, give us, kind of like we were talking about with Alec, and I think we were having some sound issues, but those seem to be resolved mostly now. Give us a little bit about, your marching history and how you ended up at the academy.
So I started out in high school, marched all 4 years of my high school band, went to college at the University of Akron, spent 2 years in the band there. And during those 2 years, I had, applied for auditions at different drum corps and, always chickened out at the last minute because, anxiety and not thinking I'm good enough and, the typical stuff. Finally, got the cojones to show up to an audition and surprised myself with a callback at the first Academy audition. To got a contract in my second one, and it's been a wild ride since then.
Excellent. And that's great. And so, is this your age out year, or do you have more years to go?
This is my age out year. I'm actually lucky enough to have a bonus year. So,
Oh, excellent. Well, very good. And so the Academy, they've announced at least the theme of their show. Is that right? Academic. Do we have that right?
yep, academics our show title. They just released the repertoire today as well.
Oh, well, I haven't seen
So,
that. So is that something you want to run through with us, or you can share with
yeah,
us at least a little bit of your favorite parts?
sure. So the musical selections are "The Imitation Game" by Alexandre Desplat. I'm probably going to butcher these names.
Yeah.
Um, Annie Lisley by H.S. Thompson, Academic Festival Overture by Johannes Brahms, Overture of the School for Scandal by Samuel Barber, The Four Sections by Sam Reich, and Keating's Triumph by Maurice Jarre. So
That's
super excited by that.
yeah. That's really cool. I've got kind of a soft spot for whatever reason for a School for Scandal. As I'm a big Crossman fan, just because '92 Crossman drumline, that drum solo really is what kind of hooked me on it. But then in '95, Crossman did School for Scandal, and everybody went, "What?" I think they even were like Shakos that year. It was a weird Crossman year, but anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing that piece on the field. So of the parts of the book that you've learned so far, what are some of the parts that really have you, really get you fired up and are fun for you to play?
So School for Scandal actually is my favorite part of the show so far, aside from the intro. But the School for Scandal is a very intense brass book. Um, there's a lot of runs and stuff that are not necessarily have been in our repertoire in years past, but are going after them this year, which is super exciting. Our new brass staff is really pushing us on that.
Well, excellent. So tell us a little bit about who's
But
on your brass staff
the
that's really got you
other
fired
thing
up. Oh, sorry.
this year, our brass caption head is Ben. He was a consultant with us last year, took over around Allentown and has been with us since then. And he's really pushing the core in a different direction. We pretty much cleaned house on the brass staff from last year. Brought in all new guys with different backgrounds. So we've got guys. Last year it was predominantly a Crown brass staff and very recent AJATs from Crown brass. But now we've got some definitely more experienced educators and teachers with years of teaching under their belt, which is paying dividends already. Core, they're a much more mature teaching style.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. It should be. I enjoyed Academy show last year, so I'm looking forward to seeing again this year. So being kind of a rook out, how's the drum corps experience been for you so far? Is it kind of what you had in your head? Is it different? Tell us what that's about.
Well, I mean, this is my second year, so
Oh, second year.
but
Sorry.
yeah, no, it's okay. Last year was totally a foreign concept to me because I'm a guy from Ohio. I'm used to cold and all that. And going out to Arizona for spring training was a wake up call. Very how little I am prepared for the heat out there. Um, but it made me like a lot more aware of my body, and certainly pushing through the summer months in Texas and Alabama and all that. That was that was a challenge, um, and it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But I don't think I would regret a single minute of it.
That's great. So for some folks, Academy, their placements aren't, top six, top 12, most years. They've been having a lot more success here recently. But, tell people out there who might be watching this a little bit about why they should give um, Academy really some more attention when they think about, getting into drum corps and really wanting that drum corps experience that, you know, folks, might always have their one dream corps and they might not consider someone that's not in their dream list, but, you've been there 2 years, you're getting a great experience. So what would you say
Mhm.
to folks who are kind of on the fence?
So academies, it's a unique core in that we have a lot of staff from other backgrounds. So we have Michael Klesch as our brass arranger, and he's famously the brass arranger for Carolina Crown. He does their book, so we get a lot of similarities between Crown, obviously one of the top brass corps in DCI, and our brass program with the same kind of writing style, which is great because we get to challenge in the technical stuff that he throws in with Crown, maybe a little bit watered down, but we still get the Clash experience.
Yep.
Um, and going to in spring training in Arizona, it sucks for a month, but after that, tour is marginally easier to manage than say if you know. And I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I had a great friend that marched Oregon, and he said that coming down to Texas was the hardest part of tour for him because they didn't get any heat up there. So
Yep. That's Texas can get hot, but that's everywhere. So, as you think about going ahead to tour, this being your second tour, what do you feel like you're really going to miss once you move in and you're on tour for those few months?
I know I definitely missed my dogs on tour a lot last year. Just hanging out with my dogs, and obviously a bed that's not inflated every night.
What kind of dogs do you
Also
have?
warm showers. I've got a Bichon Papillon and a toy fox terrier, so little bitty dogs.
You could take them. They don't take up that much room. Just just
puppy
roll them up.
blocks are puppy blocks are a lot of fun.
Yeah, there you go. Puppy blocks. That's awesome. All right. So we've got your Instagram on there. So encourage everyone to go follow Corey on the Instagram. So for folks that follow you there, what should they expect to see on your Insta?
Throughout the season, different action shots I get of me. Obviously, any fun shots I find of myself. I think there's one of me in the lot last year making a really ridiculous face. Just having some fun during pre-show stuff. Also, just different mile marks throughout the tour and maybe different regionals. Trying to check in. We also just started a Academy Trumpet Instagram. So the
Cool.
Academy Trumpets.
The Academy
is-
Trumpets.
Yep, that was just started yesterday. So
Excellent. Well, we'll look forward to some stuff there. And Corey, any particular show besides, of course, Indian Finals Week that you're looking forward to playing this year?
well, the New England show is, and then there's a Centerville show, Centerville, Ohio, which is real close to home. We didn't have an Ohio show last year, so this is going to be a nice change to be in a home state for once.
Well, excellent. Well, Corey, thanks a lot for your time. We'll be checking in with Corey over the summer. Corey, have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right, you too.